Hello everyone, I'm Adam Alcative, and welcome to the Fire Alarm Podcast. I'm joined today by my good friend Riley Marabello, where we will be talking about our transitions through the educational system in a 3-part podcast describing our experiences from elementary school to college. Tune in every Saturday where we will be releasing an episode each week. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to help support the channel. And while you're at it, make sure to share the podcast with others. Thanks and enjoy.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Fire Alarm Podcast, hosted by myself, Riley Marabello, and the one, the only, Adam Alcative.
Hello, how are you, Riley?
I'm doing great, how are you?
I'm doing alright.
So we got a pretty cool topic to talk about here on the Fire Alarm Podcast today, and that is our experiences in middle, high school, and college.
Yeah.
But we're going to stretch it out across 3 15-minute episodes just for your listening pleasure.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a grand old time going down memory lane, talking about, good old middle, high, and college to see what we've experienced so far.
Of course. Why don't we throw some elementary school in there too while we're at it?
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Just a little, wee bit from
Just a
fifth grade.
wee bit, because now that I think about it, I think I flew by elementary school just like that.
Well, we got to transition to middle school somehow.
Yeah.
I do remember in elementary school there was a power outage one day, and they all had to send us home. Like, I was in daycare in the morning, and they literally all sent us home because
Dang.
there was a power outage.
That's interesting. I'm trying to remember. I remembered our principal dressed up as like a gorilla in a ballerina suit. I don't know if you remember that.
A gorilla in a ballerina suit.
You
I don't
remember that? No.
Did Dr. Abel do that?
No, it wasn't Dr. Abel.
Wasn't
In
Dr.
elementary
Abel?
school.
Oh, elementary school, sorry.
It was Mr. Richardson.
Oh, Richardson. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a fun principal.
Yeah, I don't remember Richardson doing that, but
I remember him doing that. I also remember his electric scooter that he would
Yes,
ride around the
yes.
school all day.
he would give those away in assemblies. and
Yeah.
everything, but the same people would win all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
yeah.
rigged, I swear.
Yeah, from what I heard, the student of the month thing, like, they stopped doing that because many parents just complained about their kids not getting that award, so they just stopped doing it
Because it
altogether.
was rigged.
Yeah, it was definitely rigged. So, oh well.
No, well, that's a little bit of elementary
really
school.
a bit of elementary school. There wasn't much to it than that. So yeah. But on to middle school, which is
This is where things get interesting.
Yeah, I'll say that for sure. I mean, the one thing that I really took from middle school was 6th grade earth science. I mean, I wasn't that greatest in the class, but I think that was the first class I actually felt informed by, just because I loved astronomy, oceanography, meteorology, and it was all sort of just nicely combined into that class. And I think, like, when I learned more about how the universe is structured and what goes on in terms of natural disasters, how the planets rotate, how we rotate,
How we rotate.
or yeah, how the Earth rotates,
How we rotate.
how we rotate. Look, I'm rotating right now.
Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Well, you're right. I definitely did like the meteorology unit. That was one of my favorites. I used to be big into weather as a kid, and that was just a really cool unit. I remember we had a teacher. Her name was Miss Stewart at the time.
I had Mr. Lear. He was
Oh, you had
awesome guy.
Mr. Lear?
Yeah, he was so
Okay.
cool. He always had stories and funny pictures to put up to just, brighten our day. He was the kind of guy that just, regardless of what day it was, he was always there to brighten our day.
I didn't talk to Lair very much, but it was fun.
We were, I think when I took it, they were sending the first probe, I believe, to explore Pluto.
Oh, wow.
So we always tried to keep updated to see like where they were at in terms of viewing Pluto. So that was always interesting to hear.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. You never told me about that before.
Did I not tell you?
No.
About this?
No,
This is just
no.
coming to me all of a sudden, to be honest. I totally forgot about it.
Well, I hope you all out there enjoyed science class as much as we did.
Yeah.
'Cause science class was a lot of fun.
Science was fun, yeah. That was about it for 6th grade, because all the other classes were just...
I got a little bit more for 6th grade, though.
Really? What do you got for 6th
Oh,
grade?
yes. I had a math teacher called Miss Houston in
Oh,
6th grade.
Okay.
And it was 6th grade math. We did first in math still. And,
Oh, I remember this. Yep.
and by God, it was the best math class I have
Yeah.
ever taken.
Math was good. Now, first in math, I remember just like being addicted to that game, just playing all these random math games that were so cool, and just getting the most amount of points. It was fun.
I try to get mathematician on first in math all the time, and I think if you're like first in the class or something, first in points or whatever, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
You get a prize or something.
Yeah.
And I came close, but I don't think I ever actually got the prize because there was always one or two people that were right ahead of me. I was like, man, that sucks. But anyway, math was fun. It was easy.
Yeah.
And then Oh gosh.
Speaking of awards,
Man.
I just remembered something, but this is going back to elementary school.
That's okay.
In 4th grade, was it? When did you have Miss Siebold? Second grade. Second grade. So I remember not Mr. Richardson, but the other principal. You probably know him. He remembered you. Who was the old principal that we had?
Schmalzer.
Schmalzer. Yeah. So he came in with awards, and it was for me and this other kid. His name was Giovanni, for perfect attendance. And we come back, and he was like, you know who gets perfect attendance in Miss Siebold class? And everybody looked at you. And that was the first time I ever saw you. Like, I remember, yeah, because, like, everybody...
Did I actually get the perfect attendance
You did
award?
it. I don't think he gave you the award, but everybody knew you showed up to class every single day.
I don't remember that.
I
really don't remember that.
And you just, like, awkwardly smiled. I was like, I don't want to be known for this.
Yeah, literally. I still don't want to be known for a lot today. I'm very low-key still.
Yeah. But, yeah, that just came up to my mind all of a sudden.
That's funny.
But,
back to middle school.
Yeah.
I feel like 7th grade is where things started to go downhill.
Yeah,
for me.
I will say that. I mean, first of all, with science, we took biology. I hate it. I still hate it. Like, my dad's a doctor, and I thought about being a doctor, following in his footsteps, but the second I learned I had to study biology really well, I was like, yep, nope, out of here. There goes my medical dream. Yep, there goes my medical dream. Yeah.
There goes my dream.
No, I mean, biology has its ups and downs, but I was just not a fan of cells and DNA and, dissecting frog. I hated the dissecting frog things.
That was awful.
No.
But you know what I do remember from biology?
What?
What do you think I remember?
Is it the soda prank thing?
No.
No, I don't remember.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of a cell.
Oh God! What? No, you know what I thought what you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna talk about how we dissected. I don't know if you did this or not, but we had to dissect owl vomit.
Ew.
Yeah.
We didn't have to do that.
So it really gross story. A way of owl, like, I don't know what the proper term is. Poops, to say the term. How like when we eat, we have to go to the bathroom. Owls don't. Owls do it. Owls just vomit through their mouths, and
Nasty.
had to. Yeah. So the teacher said, "Don't worry." They put it in like some 360-degree oven, so there's no bacteria, there's no thing, and we had to dissect that. And I was like, "Oh God!" But yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Was that fun?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The frog was worse because the frog, when we had to dissect the frog, we had. There was such a bad smell. I refused to even touch the frog.
Dude,
and
those
mind
things,
you,
those things are rancid.
yeah, they were literally after I left class. There was just this awful stench in my nostrils that just stayed
Agreed.
for
Oh my
3
God.
days. I
Yeah.
couldn't go to the class because I just felt like vomiting
It was
every
just
single day.
dead frog smell.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
bad.
Yeah. There's also for one of the first things that my teacher did, she showed us this terrible experiment. It wasn't terrible. It's just really weird. It was a joke that she was making where she showed us that there's this cup of sewage and there's this I don't even know what the insect was. It might have just been some kind of, I don't even know. But she put it into the cup and she showed that, look at this. This insect can take out all the bacteria from the sewer water and make it just regular water.
Ew.
And then she showed us what the clear cup was and she took a sip and everybody freaked out. And it was just a prank all along. She just had Sprite or something in the third cup and then cola in the last cup to show transition. It was
That's
weird.
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But that was about it for 7th grade. I can't really recall much.
I hated 7th grade math. Pre-algebra sucked.
Yeah.
This is about the time where I started to hate math. My teacher wasn't bad, but it's just the course itself was horrible.
Yeah, math.
Horrible. I had no patience for it.
Math was a little up and down for me because I didn't really like our teacher that much. I'm not gonna call her by her name, but I don't know. There's just I kind of forgot about the class, to be honest. I just really wasn't a fan of it. Math itself had its ups and downs. You know, one thing I do remember in 7th grade that I really loved.
Oh no!
And I just snapped my
What
fingers.
is it?
The in history. Actually, I'll say this. World history was probably my favorite history out of all middle school. I don't remember what I did for 6th grade for history, but we had an awesome teacher for that. But
I think it was geography.
I think so. I don't remember. But 7th grade world history, oh man, that was the stuff. Because we had the Greek unit, and my favorite was the Greek mythology unit. I just loved the Greek unit.
We had to read Percy Jackson.
And the Lightning Thief, yeah.
That was a fun book. I'm not usually one to read or Greek mythology, but that was just
a
so
fun
much
book.
fun to read.
Yeah. No, I read. See, I was struggling to read novels at the time. I've read so many novels now. I mean, Riley's
Yeah,
seen
you're
my
a book man.
You've seen my bookshelf. I've got like
you have a book addiction.
I have two whole bookshelves. I have this weird addiction, off topic here, but I have this weird addiction where I'll go to Barnes and Nobles and I'll be like, I just want to check out the book section, and I'll walk out with like 4 or 5 books that cost
Seems like you.
yeah, so, like the total will be like $50, but yeah,
you're like, well, now I'm $50 deep.
Yep, exactly. But back to the Percy Jackson. So at the time, they gave me the graphic novel version because I struggled with reading novels at the time, and it was such a good read. I'm not gonna lie. Like seeing Percy Jackson and the Greek gods and whatnot was really cool. I mean, the thing about Rick Riordan, I think he actually wrote that for his son.
Really?
And he was like, I got to find a way to entertain my son, so he wrote it just for his son. The thing is, if you look at the Greek gods, like how they're actually depicted in Greek mythology, you would hate them. They're nothing like the books.
They're very lighthearted in the books compared to
what they actually are just a bunch of...
We can't say what they are.
We can't say. I can't say. I know. Thanks for catching me, but yeah, they're not great figures. Let's just say that. You know, I'm glad they're myths.
They're mythological.
Mythological, yeah. But yeah, that was probably my favorite moments in 7th grade. You know, seeing those. Yeah.
7th grade English class was fun. I don't remember who I had as a teacher, but I just remember we read a lot of books and did a lot of essays. I know essays. Y'all hate writing essays.
No,
I don't know. I don't know if you all out there hate writing essays, but I do myself. But there were a few which I did enjoy writing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Because the book content which we were looking at was enjoyable.
Yeah. I remember my teacher had to leave because she was pregnant and she had to give birth. And let's just say that the sub was not that fun.
Well, that's legit every English teacher. They get pregnant in the middle of the year.
Exactly! My 6th... no, you know what's funny? I think, who was it? My 6th grade English teacher was pregnant. And I literally told... She was pregnant with twins. And I was like, if you have a boy, could you name it after me? And she was like, sure. But here's the thing. She does the reveal. It's 2 girls! And they were like, how about Audrey? I was like, Adam! You got one after me! It was fine. Around the time my cousin, though, I think was pregnant with triplets, and she named the first triplet after me. So
nice.
That was really cool.
Well, I think that's about all from 7th grade, though.
Yeah.
You know, and we move on to 8th grade, and
oh boy.
that was kind of the start of. I know I said middle school was the start of the downfall.
I think 8th grade was the
8th
downfall.
grade was the real start of the downfall.
Oh, yeah,
it was awful.
Oh, 8th grade was horrible.
The students changed not for the good, not for the better,
the worst,
but for the worst. It was everybody formed their cliques. Everybody was like, you know, we were outcasts basically.
Oh yeah. It was about 8th grade where I realized, wow, I don't belong here. And funny enough, I moved, which made things even worse. You know, moving just like because I moved half the semester, and during that time I was not feeling it, you know? Like, what did we take? We took chemistry for science.
Yes,
and
I hated chemistry.
Physics, I think it was like a combination of physics and chemistry. It has its ups and downs, to be honest. Like, I enjoyed some of the lab work we did, but most of the time it was just like, meh. No, it didn't really click to me, to be honest.
No, I mean, intro chemistry was fun, but we actually took real chemistry in high school, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, yeah.
That was awful. I have a terrible experience to talk about there, but we're not talking about high school now. We're talking about middle school.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, this is also the year we had to start taking foreign language classes,
oh,
and that
God.
was awful.
Yeah. I was, because I was like, you know, I had learning disabilities, they put me in another sort of English class for half the year, and then the other half we had to, like, I guess, I don't even remember. Like, I guess they tried to teach us, like, a bit of English, or Spanish, French, and German. It's kind of upsetting because my dad really wanted me to learn Spanish. We'll talk more about how that high school experience went, but I already for those of you who don't know, I actually speak another language. It's called Arabic, and if you want to hear me, I'll hear you.
Yeah, why not? Go ahead.
مرحبا يا جماعة كيفكم إن شاء الله أنتم بخير. محسوبكم آدم هشام الخطيب وأنا من سوريا وعربيتي يعني ما أنا ظابطة بس يعني هي الحمد لله بحكي عربي وما أحلى أنا معظم الوقت بحكي عربي مع أمي وأبي هي قصتي في العربي.
So what did you just say?
I just said, hello, my name is Adam Al-Khatib, and my Arabic's not the best, but I usually talk Arabic with my mom and dad, and I just forgot the other stuff I said, but that was it was just an introduction.
That was cool.
Yeah. But 8th grade was was weird. I mean, the best moment I had with 8th grade was reading this book in English called Chasing Lincoln's Killer, which was, so the author of the book, his grandmother gifted him the same pistol that John Wilkes Booth shot Abraham Lincoln with.
Wow.
I forget what the name of the pistol was, but it was a really small one. He became obsessed with figuring out, like, what John Wilkes Booth had planned to kill Lincoln. Yeah. And I was surprised to find out it's not just him. There was a whole group associated.
There's a whole group trying to kill Lincoln?
Some people wanted, like, I think it was like the vice president, a senator, a bunch of people. And let's just say there were some innocent people that were sadly executed. I won't go through it, but that in my personal belief, should not have been executed because, but back then it's like if you were somewhat involved with the crime and you didn't even commit with the crime, you'd still be sentenced to death. It was
gruesome.
Yeah, it was gruesome.
Well, I don't know. I still hated math class. History was fun, but not as fun as high school history.
Yeah,
I'll get in that shortly.
We'll get in that shortly, but
I think that's about it for middle school. What did you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm surprised we managed to recall quite a bit, considering that was like
That was years ago.
Almost 10 years ago.
I know.
Because we started in like 2014.
2014.
Yep, and it's 2023. Who would have thought we would be talking about it,
I know.
I would have told my younger self to take notes to have more stories, but I think we did good. But yeah, for what we have now.
We hope our stories were somewhat interesting to y'all out there, and maybe you could relate to us or in one way or another. That's what we're hoping for here. But yeah, on to high school next, I guess.
Yep, on to high school next. So join us for part 2 of the Fire Alarm Podcast, where we talk to you about high school.
Thanks for listening, everyone.